Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie man, I'm the one that up to school with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe on him. Pull on him. This is my favorite song at the moment, aside from Melody's Nobody's Business. And this one doesn't have any copyright claims, so we gonna bump this one this morning. Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. That fuck 'em up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that open show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is that? Okay, so I want to try and find some earrings because I'm one of those people. I will take off an earring in the car, take off an earring in the restroom, everywhere, and then can't find any of my earrings. But anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning. So today we have the cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta. What else? Sunni and Moses. I did want to get back to Sunni and Moses, as well as we have on the docket. Of course, we have Martell and his gutter snipe has reared her ugly head. Okay, I'm getting myself together over here. So, okay, let's get back to the Real Housewives. And so, the Real Housewives, we have the cast. And let me see if I can bring up their photos, the cast photos. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. I think Bravo Shade Room has it. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Oh, and we want to get into Sheree. Let's see. Okay, now let me come back and share my screen. Share my screen. Okay, so we have the official cast. We have Miss Shamia Morton. In my video yesterday, they put Shamia Thornton, and I knew that was wrong. I was like, did Shamia change her name? I was kind of confused, but anyway, we have Miss Shamia Morton. She's married to a Kenyan man. They've been married for a few years now. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Shamia before. She was very pleasant. This was before she was engaged to her husband. He was with her, but they were engaged at that time. We have Angela Oakley. Now, I do know that Angela Oakley is the lady that was dating Sheree's ex. I guess they're not going to play into that storyline at this point because we know that Sheree is not on the show at this time. We have Kelly Farrell. I looked her up. I have to look her up again on Instagram to see who Miss Farrell is. I know all of them were like entrepreneurs. The Brittany Edie girl she used to date Rick Ross and Stevie J and some other people. Let's see. I don't see her. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Love Seen Heard. And so we have again Brittany Eady. She is the former girlfriend of Rick Ross, Stevie J, hitmaker. I think she's dated a few industry guys. She has her own insurance company. So she teaches an insurance class and how to get into insurance. And so that's Brittany Eady. She's married now, so I know she's not dating, the Rick Rosses of the world at this time. She's married with a baby. And who is next? Then we have Kenya, Portia, and Drew coming back, and Cynthia Bailey coming back as a friend of the show. To be honest with this cast, I am very uncertain. I'm going to watch just for content's sake, but I'm uncertain if this is, something that I want to actually, because I don't know these people. I'm going to give it a chance. They're fresh faces, new blood on the show. So I'm going to give it a chance, but I honestly do not know. I don't know anything about Angela, Kelly, or Brittany, aside from Brittany's dating history. Shamia, we've seen Shamia on the show because she's best friends with Portia, and Shamia is really good friends with a lot of people like Candy. Her having an actual peach, it shall be determined. I don't know. I don't know if Shamia is interesting to me. I know she has an interesting story. Her daughter, she used a surrogate. She used the same surrogate as Candy for her daughter, her 1-year-old daughter. And the surrogate was diagnosed with cancer while carrying the baby. So I know Shamia used to be on Atlanta radio. She's not anymore. I know that because her daughter was so sick and they had to go to all the appointments, I guess it didn't leave time for her to do Atlanta radio with Big Tigger anymore. So I guess this is her return back to entertainment. The daughter has maybe has gotten better a little bit. Um so, we'll see how that goes. Again, the surrogate was diagnosed with cancer, and Shamia, the baby had to be delivered early, and the daughter just had a lot of complication from that. So, it's been about a year or so. So we'll see how Shamia is doing with that situation and what Shamia has to offer to the show. And of course, I know she's coming back. She's Portia's best friend. So of course, Portia had to bring somebody back with her, and she chose her best buddy, Shamia. Drew is coming back, so we'll see what's going on with Drew and Ralph. Who else? Kenya, I really don't know what Kenya is bringing, but to me, Kenya's a good time. When she shows up, she shows up. So we'll see. Again, I'm not really just excited about this cast, but we'll see what's going on. I'll give it a chance and see. Portia with Simon and Portia in court so much. I don't know how much Portia will be able to share. I'm sure she'll talk about her divorce and give us some insight on her divorce. So we'll just see, we'll see. I know Kenya and Portia in the past, they had their differences, but they seem to have, mend fences. I know that Portia has stated that, no, Kenya stated that um, Kenya has stated that since they were pregnant at the same time, they were able to mend their relationship. So we'll see how that plays out on screen if Portia and Kenya have in fact mended their relationship. Now let's get into Miss Sheree. So Sheree did not get her peach. But a lot of people, I was hearing people say yesterday that Sheree didn't get her peach due to Martell, the situation with Martell. And I have read, and I also was on Straight from the A's Live, and that is in fact not what the case is. It seems that Sheree was actually offered a peach, but Sheree felt that the money was not right. I guess she feels like she's, one of the longest running housewives. She's an OG and she should be offered more money. And they did not come with the bag. They gave Portia all the money like they were giving Kenya all the money. So yeah, it appears that Portia did I mean Sheree did not like the offer. And then here I'm gonna share from Bravo Shade Room. These were the things that people were saying about Sheree and Sheree not returning. Let me go back. Y'all got to work with me in this. Me trying to share the screen because I'm just not learning how to share my screen. But the first one says, it says, bees will kiki in your face and call you bestie and sign your pink slip. Sheree and this sinister. Oh, I'm not gonna read that part, but if you can see the screen, you can read it. Sheree and this sinister blank plotting her demise. Andy must secretly dislike Sheree to humiliate her the way he did again. Sheree has opened her life up about Bob and that jailbird, not to mention her son's pending baby mama drama. I don't know, Sheree can go for me, but whatever. I think after Sheree been on the show too long to still be doing fake storylines. This one says it's actually hypocritical that they fired Sheree for the third time, forever holding the title of the most fired peach. And let's see, was that from Giselle? Maybe not. Maybe she's using Giselle's avatar. This one says they chose Shamia over Sheree. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16. Oh, well. This one it says everybody's talking about Sheree losing her peach for the third time. Y'all, Real Housewives of Atlanta pink slipped her entire reunion couch. They're all gone. I'm cackling. So yes, they did fire Sheree. Sheree and all her buddies did get the pink slip. But again, Sheree was offered to come back. Sheree did not want to come back because of the money. So, all of the Martell storyline, she was bringing Martell back. I don't know how true that is, but I have read several times that Bravo did offer Sheree her peach back. It was just, she did not want to. I never liked Sheree either, did he? Love, see, heard. I have never liked Sheree. I just didn't. I didn't see it for her. I didn't, I don't care that she is not coming back. I figured she was gonna be fired for the third time. When they went to talking about a reboot, I figured that, Miss, you can't check me, boo, wasn't coming back. So here we are. So again, that's the cast. I really don't have much on them, but the charade of it all. She has the Martell effect. The Martell effect has affected Sheree, and she is no longer a housewife. Sheree is looking good though. She looks amazing, but she will not be coming back. And that's just that on that. So we'll see what the new girls will be bringing. So we have 3 vets and 3 newbies, and then Cynthia Bailey is coming back as a friend. Cynthia is boring too to me. Cynthia is very boring. I don't know what she has going on right now in her life, but yeah, we'll see how that plays out on the screen. I guess she's coming back for Kenya. I saw her in Kenya poolside a little while ago, so we'll see how this works out on screen. And let's get to, I want to segue into the Moses Sunny Queen Sheba conversation. I don't know if you all saw Queen Sheba's panel where she discussed where she was talking about Moses and Sunny and the dynamics. And Moses and Sunny actually were in the chat and they joined the panel. And I do want to retract some things that I said because I've, sat with it a couple of days and I've thought about it and I listened to what they said. And I've just taken into consideration some things. I think that we're starting to teach women how to date. And it's okay to date multiple people at one time. I'm not saying sleep with everybody. I'm talking about dating. And the comment that a lot of people seem to be stuck on regarding Moses and Sunny is when Sunny spoke on how when she met Moses, he was dating multiple women. Now, as a divorced man, most men do. Um, a lot of women will date a lot of people after divorce. Again, dating does not necessarily mean sleeping with someone. But I can't say, whether Moses was or not. I'm just saying. But so I don't really hold that to him. Like, I'm not holding that to his chest. Like, he was, he doesn't have the ability to date multiple women. Um, I think that's what dating is. You're dating people to see if you like them, what you like. You're trying to find commonality and see if it can go further. So I'm not really holding Sunny and Moses to that. Now, what I will say is that Moses does give me a little bit of player. Like, Moses is a handsome guy. Honestly, to me, Moses is to me what people try to make Martell to be. I don't like Martell's chicken legs. I don't like Martell's Spock ears. But the women seem to love Martell. But he doesn't do it for me. Um, Moses to me is very attractive. Moses looked great in his suits, like people try to say for Martell. So I see that Moses could have been, a player because Moses is an attractive man. I also want to retract something about so I don't really, he may or may not have been a player. Dating, I can't say dating multiple women is necessarily wrong for a divorcee or for a divorced man. I can't say, I can't say. Um as for Moses and Sonny, listening to them explain, I just I don't know. I know I don't feel bad for I know for a fact I don't feel bad for Destiny. I know this. I know that I have not a care in the world when it comes to Destiny and her saying Destiny was people seem to forget Destiny was all in Atlanta. She should have been in St. Louis if she was so concerned about Moses. Destiny was all in Atlanta with Belinda at Rick Ross's house. Destiny was with Belinda everywhere she went. So to then come back and say, Moses, what's going on with you and Moses? And this lady stole your man. Ma'am, I don't think you were putting much into Moses at that time. When she did the interview with Carlos King, she was saying how for the last few months, her and Moses were just, they weren't official. They were still very good friends. So I don't know why now. I guess it's because it's a woman that she knows. And a lot of people are saying they feel like she did confide into Sunny, and I still beg to differ. I think that Sunny, of course, Sunny has admittedly known about Moses, but I don't think to the extent that a lot of people think. I do think she knows that there's somebody that Destiny dated, and out of respect, when she did decide to date Moses, she wanted to notify Destiny. But I do think it was innocent. I do think, two things can be right. I do think Moses may have told her, hey, I know you from such and such. We keep bumping into each other. Let's link for this business deal. And in Sunny's mind, it could have been innocent. Now, when she met him and he turned on the charm and he was attractive, I do feel like she could have been like, okay, yeah, let me, he's fine. Let me see. I don't know what kind of game he put down, but it could have very well started off as innocent. I think that we are again, I want to reiterate, I think that we're putting too much into the Sunny Moses Destiny situation just on the simple fact that how can we go up for a person that has not exhibited any of the qualities that she's requiring from Sunny? A lot of people don't like Sunny's energy, but Destiny has never shown loyalty. She has never shown support. She seems to be very needy. Um, she hasn't shown girl code. So I just need people to explain to me why this same grace and mercy and loyalty and girl code should be shown to her. again, I will keep saying this, in life, you're going to only get out of life what you put out. If you're putting out certain vibes and energy, that is what's going to be returned. And we can't be, for the sake of womanhood, caping for women that's, certain women go by a different code. And we have to know that certain women go by a whole different code than, the code of ethics that we go through. So I don't know why we are, going up so hard for Sunny and Destiny. I thought they came up. I appreciate the fact that Moses came up on the panel. He spoke first. And he said that he's a man of not many words. He spoke, he stated why, he knows that it was wrong that he didn't totally end it with Destiny. He said, I think he was basically saying he felt sorry for her. She was going through a lot at the time. We do know that Destiny was going through with the house. They were trying to sell the house. It was coming close to selling the house. Destiny was not working anymore. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, LA Girl 13. Thank you for joining. I think it was getting closer time to selling that house. Destiny was not, she didn't have the show anymore. Maybe she was looking for employment. So, they were in two different states. So it could have been a difficult situation of, I've known this person for a long time. It's not working out for us, but she's going through a hard time. So, I'm going to say it without saying it, so I don't know. I just stick to my guns on that. I don't feel that Tisha and Kimmy they are not the ambassadors of girl code. Like, how? There's no way. They have never stood up for Melody, not one time on that show. Like, I can't think of a time. If y'all can think of a time, then remind me. But I can't think of a time that they have stood up for Melody and that they have shown girl code. So how are all these people, holding this woman to a certain standard? I do not believe that Sunny and Destiny were friends. I think they were friendly, and people need to start understanding the difference in being cordial, friendly, um, professional versus being an actual friend. Um, I know that I have some friends, and I can confide in my friends. I can, and people are saying, yeah, Sunny let Destiny borrow money. I think out of pity. I think Destiny has this way about her that makes people feel pity for her, because if you listen to how everybody speaks of her, she has a very good way of talking about her hard times and what she's going through. So people feel like they want to give her something to, help her. Some people have a helping spirit. And I just want people to understand, if I'm at a job and it's not my job to go to work and be bitchy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to show up as my authentic self. If I go to work and I want to be happy and I want to be cordial with my coworkers, me being a good person and being happy and cordial does not equate to me being your friend. I'm just being myself. I'm showing up at work and I'm being myself. I'm gonna have to, my phone keeps going off. But I'm showing up every day being, yes, love seeing heard. Um, Destiny has a way, she always is in victim mode. And so people are always feeling like they need to help her. Um, and so hence, if you look at the interview with Destin and different interviews with Melody, and when they speak about Destiny and how they helped her, it's because of the way that she presents herself. Let's see, Destiny does not understand the importance of reciprocity and friendship. Exactly. Exactly. And I think as adults, we should understand what friendship is. Again, someone being cordial, doing their job, being nice on the job does not equate to friendship. If someone is your producer, you may talk to them outside of work. You may talk to them about certain things, but that does not mean that that person feels like they're your friend. Friendship, and this goes into reciprocity. Friendship is on both ends. You can't think because you're at work and you're obligated. She's obligated at her job to tell her certain things. Let's be clear. It's not like Sunny was prying into her life for fun of it, or to mask a friendship, that was actually her job. It was literally her job. Good morning, Carmen. Good morning. It was literally her job to it was literally her job to show up and, you know, get information to so that they can come up with a story. And clearly that was difficult and they could not do it because okay. Okay, I'm so sorry. My computer went dead. My computer had went dead and I was not paying attention that my computer was dead. Um so I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to have to edit this video. I'm going to have to heavily edit the video. But I was speaking about Moses and Sunny. I think it was her job. I think people are missing the point that it was literally her job to show up to work, to speak to Destiny. She was her producer. Um, thank you. Love seeing her. So I think it was literally, and again, everybody that has come back in, my computer went dead. I was not paying attention and my computer went dead. But so I think it was literally her job to show up and say, you know, to get certain things out of Destiny. And I don't think she was doing it in a malicious intent. It was her job. And people have to stop holding her to this friendship. She has stated that she had her friends and that I'm just not going to be able to do this live because the computer, my phone will not stop ringing. Good Lord. Not any other day, nobody bothers me. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do this live. And look, everything that can go wrong is. But anyway, um, so let me make this quick because apparently everybody is trying to get in touch with me this morning. Um, So yeah, I just think that people have to stop holding her to this friendship code that she may have not agreed to. Um, her booking Destiny for a show and helping her pay for it, that's probably because Destiny had told her so many things, and she was like, "Well, I can help you here, try to make a little money," just out of feeling sorry for her. But that does not equate to a friend. My friends, my real friends that I have in my real life, I know that they're my friends. We vetted each other. We've been through some things with each other. I know these people are my friends. I don't attach myself to every person that is nice to me or that works with me, and that saying that they're my friends. Now, I'm not saying that Sunny is innocent by far. I those are boundaries that I wouldn't cross. Um, I'm just not man crazy anyway. I don't look at other women's husbands. I don't look at their men. I will barely even speak. I'll say hi. That might be about it. I'm not interested in conversations with my friends, mates. Um, you know, so I'm not giving Sunny a 100% pass, but I think that we have put a lot more pressure on Sunny than we have on Moses, and Moses is the common denominator here. Moses is the person that had the situationship because I don't believe it was a relationship. I honestly don't. I don't believe that there was an official relationship with Moses and Destiny. I think that it was a 15-year situationship. I think that they, when they were in town, they would hook up. They were cool, but I have never heard Moses say this was my actual girlfriend. We were in a full-blown relationship. We were in a committed relationship. He did say that he did not break it off with Destiny, but I just simply think he means we have been in this situationship so long. We haven't seen each other in 5 months. So I just feel like right, love seen heard. Um, we've been in this situationship for so long, I feel like she knows that we haven't talked in this amount of time. So hey, it's over. And I feel like we are holding Sunny to this girl code and everybody is going in on Sunny. But why is nobody going in on Moses? Like Moses, first of all, Moses, get in there and get these people off of your wife. That's the same thing I said on the panel. Get these people off your wife. Regardless of what happened in the past, she is now your wife. Get them up off of her. He did say they were in a relationship. Okay, okay, okay. See, the radio interview, I did see that. I did not watch it though. So thank you, Love Seen Heard, for that information. He did say that they were in a relationship on a radio interview. Um, so let me scratch that part. But I just don't, I just want him to be more accountable. I think that we as women, we're always looking at the other woman as, you did that, you. But Moses pursued both relationships. Moses is now the husband of Sunny. Moses is the one that was in relationship with Destiny. I think we should apply a lot of that pressure that we have for Sunny. If it's not going to both, we should definitely be holding Moses more accountable than what we are. And that part I don't understand. I don't understand why people are even attacking Sunny's looks. And I don't like that. As a mature woman, I'm 38 years old. I don't think, first of all, we should be at the point, a lot of us in our age should be at the point where we know looks does not let's see. But I do feel like you said he was used to what they had, so it wasn't major for him. Right, right. I think that I just think Moses, and this is just from my opinion, from what Destiny has shown on screen, I don't feel like Destiny is she does not give me marriage material at this point in time in her life. We don't know what happened with LeBerick, but we do know that LeBerick left within 3 weeks of her giving birth to his first child. He asked for a DNA test and he was not willing to, like he had in those court papers, he was very cut and dry with the relationship. So the moves that I have seen Destiny do, even outside of the show, even like when she was hanging with Belinda, eyes were on Destiny because she was hanging with Belinda a lot. She does not give me committed. Destiny gives me opportunist energy. Wherever the opportunity is, that's where Destiny is. And if you're looking for a committed relationship, a solid relationship, then I think the both of you have to be on the same terms. I think Moses was in St. Louis doing his thing, not, he had multiple women, not really concerned with Destiny. And I think Destiny was in Atlanta at the time doing her thing. And it was just like, I know I got you here, but how does that does not equate to a serious relationship. Let's see. Sunny needs to watch her six with Moses. He gives player vibes. Moses, everybody says that Moses gives player vibes. And we shall see. I don't know. I really don't know anything about Moses. Moses never appeared on screen with Destiny. He never came on the show with Destiny. So I really don't know Moses's personality. I honestly have not been able to get a good feel on his personality aside from what everybody else is saying, aside from what Sunny says, aside from what Destiny says, aside from our own interpretations. But I have not really gotten a good feel for Moses myself to even come up with a good, I just don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping to see him more on screen, to see what type of personality he has, so I can make a real good, so I can just get a real good feel for him. Right now, I don't have a feel for Moses. I don't. I know he's, good looking and he's had this triangle, but a lot of times, women, we be fighting over a man. I have to see if he's worth it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll just see how it plays out. I honestly have not come up with a whole lot with Moses, but I did miss the radio interview that he did. I just haven't seen Moses talk a whole lot. I was at the podcast. I was there in person when they were at the podcast. I hope he's not in them. I hope he's not in the streets. I hope so too, Carmen. I hope that sometimes they say that I've never, yes, I did. My first marriage, I moved kind of fast with my husband. That's probably why it was not so great. I didn't vet my husband. I was very young though. And my marriage was awful, but some people can meet and they just know. Some people just have a knowing. They have dated enough and they know what they want in the other person. I hope that I'm not wishing any harm on them due to this situation. I do want them to go into their marriage. I do want them, I do wish bliss on their marriage. And, I don't have any ill feelings towards their marriage. You just have to be careful in how you come into a situation. I am aware of that. So right now, I just at this point, I wish them the best. Again, I cannot go up and cake for Destiny. I cannot validate Kimmy and Tisha just because they have been invalid to me. It's like the invalid trying to validate someone, and I can't go up for that. And Carmen asking, is Sunny pregnant? I do not know because I looked at her live and she said that they will go into that on the show. So I kind of felt like Sunny may have miscarried. Now, at the podcast, yes, Moses did say Sunny was pregnant. So, yes, as far as I know, she was. Is she still pregnant? That remains to be seen. She did say on her live, somebody asked her about it. She didn't want to talk about it, and she said it would be revealed in the show. So I don't know if she's still currently pregnant. Do you feel their story is needed on Love and Marriage Huntsville? No, not how it's being presented. I don't feel like Destiny coming back to talk about a love triangle with Moses for what he's married. What closure do you need? A man going out and marrying another woman within months of knowing her and you've known him for years. That's all the closure for me. That would be all the closure that I needed. I'm not going on the TV show chasing this man for answers to an action he's already committed to. So no, I don't feel like what are you doing here? They're married. What is the end game? Do you want them to divorce? Does she feel like they should divorce because of this? Does she feel like, what does she think she's going to get out of it? What answers are you looking for? Why her and not me? Another woman being chosen over you does not necessarily invalidate you. That man may have been looking for something else, but that doesn't invalidate you as a woman. Like, she needs to pick up her feelings and keep it pushing, hey Jess, in my opinion. So no, I wouldn't mind listening to Sunny and Moses's life, if they want to address it, but to drag it out through the whole season, I'm not here for that. No. Let's see. I just think they should have waited to be on the show. I agree, love seen heard. I agree. I think that Carlos has a way of exploiting people, and they're not even in their first year of marriage. Marriage can be difficult. And they haven't even experienced their first year of marriage. And to be on this show, and the comments have been brutal. Like I said, the comments have been brutal towards Sunny. And Sunny seems to be in these YouTube streets, listening to everything, taking everything in. And if you're as confident in your relationship as you claim to be, then you have to turn off the noise. And this show is very noisy and very messy. So, no, I don't think that was the best decision for them. And hey, Jess, here to inspire. Hey, love. And it says, LA girl, I think they are truly need only for Black excellent, not Destiny Smith. They married now. Yes, now I do think they have a lot going on. They have real estate. I've seen Moses with his fleet of trucks. A lot of people are saying, Moses doesn't have any money. I've heard the opposite. Now, I do think I've heard Moses has old street money, and he's flipped it into real estate, and he's flipped it into a trucking business. And, Sunny has the TV show on Tubi. I have not watched it. I plan on watching it, but I haven't caught it yet. So, I don't think that Moses is sitting around broke. And I think that could have been an issue with him and Destiny. Destiny was going through it financially. And I don't know how far he was willing to help her financially. I think he was helping her, but sometimes if you're not committed to a person like that, some people are not willing to break the bank. I'm not sure. I don't think Destiny really cares. She just has something else to whine about. Exactly, love seeing her. And I think, like you said earlier, I think she's a professional victim. So if you're a professional victim, it's hard to get out of that. She's a female Martell. It's hard to get out of that victim mentality. It's hard to move forward and move on from playing the victim. So, that's what she gives me. She gives me professional victim. She gives me woe is me, And let's see. I'm here for Black love and excellence. I wish them well. I wish them well as well, little girl. I cannot go up for the likes of Destiny. I am not going to in any way validate Tisha and Kimmy saying, talking about girl code. When have they, what? Kimmy and Tisha and Destiny's talking about girl code? Have we forgotten that Destiny was recording Melody for Martell? Have we forgotten the way that Destiny disrespected Miss Van and discarded Melody, and all the vile things that she has done to another woman? Have we forgotten how she recorded her children at Martell's party? She was clearly being funny because she was upset about Law being at the kids' party. But those type of women. Tisha has been bitter Betty since forever. So they can't tell me about girl code, and I'm going to listen, and I'm going to actually get on YouTube and give these think pieces about how they've been done wrong. I can't. I can't. Everybody else can if they want to. I can't. I refuse. He said he was helping her. I do think he was helping her, but a person that won't help themselves, how far can you help? How far can you go with help? They have to be willing to help themselves, and they have to be willing to make sacrifices for themselves. I think that a lot of people will help you, but help runs out after a certain period of time, and people don't see you bouncing back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to help you to a certain extent, but after some time, when does the help run out? Is basically what I'm saying. desperation brought her back. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think desperation and Martell. Martell needs somebody to um be on his side. And let's segue into Martell and his gutter snipe 304. Let's get on to them. So before season 8 even premiered, Martell was convicted of DV by way of harassing communications. So his conviction came May 2nd, and the show premiered May 4th. So it's just knowing that information, knowing how they presented this on screen as just a text message when they knew 2 days before the premiere that Martell was convicted. This show is borderline comedy because, like, what in the world are they doing? What how disrespectful. The fact that they even wanted to play this as just a text message, and it seems as if the whole cast is not being supportive of Melody and her decision to get this man off of her is insane. And he was convicted before the show premiered. That's even more insane. um and we all know that Martell immediately filed for he immediately filed an appeal. And I've heard mixed opinions about this, but I do want to say my sister has been in law enforcement since she graduated college. She's been years and years and years. What I do know from watching her work, my sister-in-law, I should say, my sister-in-law, um, and I live in Georgia, so Georgia and Alabama can be different. However, I do know that when you do jury trial, if you lose jury trial 9 times out of 10, you're going to do that jail time. They're going to give you the ultimate punishment because of the fact that you wasted taxpayers' money and you didn't take the plea deal that they offered you. So usually when that happens, when you take it to trial, and when people are saying, he feels like he can convince, I heard someone say, they've seen it before where people can convince 12 jury members, even if they're lying, they can convince them that they're not lying. What leg does Martell have to stand on? Martell has admitted on 2 interviews, not just one. He admitted on Queen Sheba as well as Tasha K's interview that he did send the text message. Now, Tasha K, he tried to act like I deleted it out my phone, so I don't remember. I'm waiting to see. Negro, it doesn't matter if you deleted it. Melody has it. She has the proof. So it doesn't matter if you delete it. I mean, it doesn't matter. That's like stealing something out of the store and they have your picture for stealing in the store and you sell the merchandise. They still know you stole it. So I don't see how he can win. The only thing that I'm thinking Martell is just that arrogant that he feels like he's above the law. He is not smart enough. That's love seeing her. That's the first thing when the young lady I was hearing say that. That's the first thing I said. I said Martell doesn't have the intelligence to convince anybody. But I don't know. They might be slow in They might be slow in Huntsville because I don't know. But Martell, who is he going to convince? Martell's going to get up there when he gets asked too many hard questions. He's going to get frustrated. He's going to start raging. And if he doesn't rage, he's not equipped to answer the questions thoroughly enough to who is he going to convince? Like, who? Is he hoping to get a jury of people that he knows to acquit him? Because otherwise, who would he convince that he is? But I don't know. Like I said, the way the cast is acting, I don't know. He might have a fighting chance. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what they sipping in Huntsville? But I just don't see Martell. I don't see him convincing a jury of 12 people that he is innocent when he's admitted to these things. He's literally admitted to them. They have audio recordings all over YouTube that Melody can subpoena that I'm sure she's already on that. They have a witness statement. Well, let's not forget Carson Blue was a witness to this plot. I don't know if she's willing to go to court. I remember when she first came out, she had spoken to Melody. I don't know what agreement they came up with, but there's witnesses to this. So what is Martell hoping to accomplish? I hope he goes to jury trial and goes to jail. Fool. His ego will not let him take defeat, but he needs to take the L. Yes, he needs to take the L. If he knows, like I know, why are you going to take this to trial? Hey, Braylon Lee, thank you for joining me. If you know, like I know, if a judge gave you a 12-month, he gave you a suspended sentence with 12-month monitor probation, take that year, get yourself together and move on, because now you're creating a more hostile situation for yourself. But Martell might need to sit down in, in the in the Huntsville jail. He might need to be a trustee, learn a few things, get in there and get himself together. Because at this point, what are we doing here? I think his ego won't let him say that Melody won. If y'all remember when they went through the custody case the first time, Martell didn't even win. The custody remained the same, but Martell was flaunting those papers around YouTube like he had won, simply because he won certain things, like removing the kids from social media. And what else did he? Oh, and Mel had to give him her phone number, her contact information. And he was really parading those documents around YouTube as if he had won the court case, as if he had defeated Melody. And that was not a defeat. The custody remained the same. The situation was a custody battle. And the custody did not change. So there was not a winner. It was basically a draw. And I'm sure that Melody, got things, wasn't 100% just all Martell's requests were approved. But that's just what he highlighted for people to talk about. So yeah, Martell is insane. I think Martell is around a lot of enablers, such as Marlene, such as Slaw. She is in such a land of delusion. And this is what I get from Ariane. Ariane gives me that she does not care how far Martell sinks. She wants so bad to be the person that is like his savior, or the person that's the only person in his corner, so that he can finally see her. I don't know her upbringing, but she gives me that she has never been seen in her life. Like, nobody in her life has shown her the value in herself, or shown her how to pour into herself. So she's longing for this man to finally acknowledge her as the one. And that's what she gives me. Like, she's still waiting on Martell to say, you are the one. I'm ready to marry you, or I'm ready to whisk you away. You've been down through the hard times. Because what is she doing? Because what is Ariane doing? And to get on live yesterday, Ariane, some people were saying they felt like Ariane didn't know that Martell had been convicted. I feel the opposite. I feel like she knows, but I feel like they watch YouTube just as much as, the rest of us. They're in the YouTube streets waiting to see what we can find out, what we know. And once we know, she's going to jump on live to talk her shit. And, calling Melody a bitch. I absolutely believe that, Paris bullies those children. And Paris is a child, so I'm going to watch my words with Paris. But Paris is only giving what she's seen her mom do. Her mom is a bully. Her mom talks about the children in a way. So she's reciprocating what she's been taught by her mother. So Howard, that is true. Let's see. That is so true, because what else is she waiting on? That's what I'm saying. What is she waiting on with Martell? What hasn't he shown you at this point? He's been divorced for, has it been 3-4 years? You were with him years prior to his divorce, and he still has not decided to fully commit to you. You all have a child. He then gets on Tasha K and said, he's getting to know you. What? How is he getting to know you, and you all have a child together, and you all were together years prior? So he doesn't value you in that way. He's still on social media. Excuse me. He's still on social media under different women's comment section. he doesn't take you to any of his events. He doesn't take you, and you're still trying to convince the world that that's not reality. You're trying to say that we're living in a state of delusion from what we see on reality TV, but I don't see you living in reality from what's being presented to you in your face. There's no amount of reality TV that can make this man continue to stalk his ex-wife, continue to chase other women, continue to put other women in the forefront, and you're still sitting there waiting. Ariane has no self-esteem. She has no self-love. She's allowed Martell to drag her um, to the pits of hell, and she has not found a way to climb herself out of that gutter. And I'm at this point, I'm convinced that she likes it there. So if she likes it, I love it. I'm here to empower and help women that want to help themselves. But if you're content with the space that you're in, if you're content with the life that you so desperately want to live, like I don't know what he's offering you. Um, I just don't know what he's offering you. And I think that the son has a lot of aggression because he sees it in his father. She was saying that, he doesn't he is wild with her, but he's not with his father. Well, due to the court documents that we see with Melody's children, we probably know why. And it's the abusive nature that you continue to subject those kids to, that you've admitted to in audio recordings. That's insane to me. If you're such a great mother, get your kids out of that situation. Because I'm not convinced that you're not in the same situation that the Eminem kids are, or the 4-piece nuggets. Let me call them 4-piece nuggets. So that's just my thoughts on that. Ariane is constantly looking for attention, and I think we give it to her. And I think it's just time to put her to bed, because Ariane is going to regurgitate the same things that she's regurgitated for the last few years. She doesn't have anything new. She hasn't evolved. She's willingly a participant in Martell's clown ass behavior. So what are we listening to her for? So that's all I have on that. I hope Martell goes to jail. I hope he can sit in jail and think about his actions. I'm over Ariane and her getting on live for shock value. Baby, your life is a reflection of the piss poor decisions you've made. And I'll have nothing for you at this point. Nothing. And I wish Sunny and Moses well. We'll tune in to Real Housewives. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to get off. As y'all have seen, my computer went dead. My phone won't stop ringing. So I have to get get on with my day and see what's going on with everybody. I hope that you all remember to kick off your shoes, relax your feet. Make sure that you are taking time for yourself. Peace, blessings, and abundance to everybody. Again, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for your engagement. I truly appreciate it. And I hope that you all join me on my next live. Hopefully, I will be more together on the next one. I won't have so many distractions and interruptions. And yeah, you all have a great rest of your day. See y'all next time.